Speaker, last Parliament, in the fifth Parliament, there was an agreement with which we're talking about the issue of food supplements, breastfeeding. And I stood in this world knowing the current condition of Standards Bureau at that time, applying their challenges, and even I brought to the notice of this House that Standards Bureau did not even have a vehicle to carry test materials. After that plea I did on their behalf, I wish this matter was going to come up today. I'll bring a letter that Standards Bureau wrote me through the Speaker that their institution is okay, functional, and has no problem. They wrote me personally that, in fact, they published it on the newspaper saying all the claims I made that you don't have equipment and vehicle, simple vehicle to carry test material was not true. So the plea she's making, send it off your mind. Because I'm serious.
She should be expecting a letter also.
No, that plea is not terrible. As far as I'm concerned, having the materials I have, the Standards Bureau I know are okay, they are good, and they are functional. Because I went to, no, it's not about Kusama. I went to Bataki. When I was doing that research, I went to the key. In fact, even they are supposed to do tests at the key. They don't have the equipment in the key. They don't have the equipment in their office. They don't even have the test material they need. And I stood in this well, I'm feeling on their behalf. And they wrote me a 5-page letter. So who is saying they need help? They don't. No, they don't need help. No, they don't. Mr. Leader, no. Let's. I'll present. No, I agree. No, I agree.
Don't you think it was your mode of presentation?
Mr. Speaker, no. What I did was, before the presentation, I met with them in their office, and I have an inquiry with the head of the office at the time. Even the fuel we are using. Look at the fuel in Sierra Leone. Every year, you see 3 or 4 different colors in our fuel. I brought it up to their notice. And I told this House that Standards Bureau was on life support. They wrote me a 5-page letter. I'll present the letter for leaders. And so if you're saying they need help today, I don't know what has changed.
Mr. Chairman, before AKK, now he's new.
The capacity of Standards Bureau is not just 90 staff they have. The entire Standards Bureau. I told them, even Bamoiluma alone in Gambia this week, you need more than 90 to check the goods that are coming in. You understand? The checks that are coming to check the goods that are going out. Even when you talk about palm oil, the mixture, you understand? The adding of chemical, that's all fall under their purview. So I was appealing in the last budget that even when it comes to issue of the staff, the entire, imagine this is the entire country. Just nice. You cannot make do of that, and you cannot risk our life.
I totally agree with you. I would only urge the Honorable Minister of Finance to respectfully call them to a meeting. Mr. Minister, please call them to a meeting. Call them to a meeting. Let them tell you what their problems are. Because as a nation, we need standards. We actually need standards in everything we consume. We actually need standards. Please, Honorable Minister.
In support of what you're saying, I think Parliament can come.
We are not asking government, we are not asking the Minister of Finance, me particularly, I am not asking the Minister of Finance to say we need to add more allocation to Standards Bureau. Let's go back to Standards Bureau and know what the issue is. The issues are very clear. They used to generate income for themselves and for the state. This aspect has been taken away from them. So it's not a question of saying give them more money, give them more allocation. They've been taken off the key where they used to have most of their resources to run the institutions in border areas, border posting. And one of the things we are playing with is these are areas we ought to spend as a government because you save lives, you save standards. Even when it comes to the things we produce in Sierra Leone, when you want to export them, there must be a verification of standards being taken. In this situation, This is not the situation we talk about where government is spending huge money. If it's cost for this reason alone to save lives, you understand, of Sierra Leoneans, even when you talk about medicinal products, pharmacy board is in charge, but they depend on Standards Bureau to do the testing for them. So if the Standards Bureau is not working, in terms of food, we are at risk. In terms of medication, we are at risk. Even in terms of exporting our local goods out of Sierra Leone. All we do is just give certificates, but actually they are not being tested. So when you take our products out, they don't have the value they're supposed to have. If for this reason we should spend more, I think the Honorable from Lobby, let us spend more as a country.
Honorable members, we have several other reports to deal with.